How are we doing today?
Good, how are you?
Great, I'm so glad you can make it. So, we're here to talk about your daughter Angel,
Yes.
and I have to say that she is one of the most energetic and just outgoing girls I've ever met.
I hear that a lot.
Yeah, I bet you do. So, we've got some tests I want to go over with you, and we're just going to talk about some of the things we're doing in class and just kind of get an overview of what you're doing at home with
Okay.
Angel. So the first assessment that I have for Angel is her FAST assessment, and as you can see, this blue line represents where we want her to be for words correct per minute, and then this is where Angel is right here, this orange bar down at the bottom. So she's got some work to do to catch up where her benchmark standards are, and these two lines that match in the middle are her accuracy. So her accuracy is pretty spot on. We generally want to keep that above 90%. And she's either at or right at benchmark.
Okay.
So Angel's doing very good on the accuracy scale. Just working on that words correct per minute or her fluency for the fast, because she's reading the words and she's getting them all accurately. She's just not very quick. So the things we're doing in class to work on that are, we have a small group of other girls similar to your daughter that we're working on breaking those words apart so she can read them quickly. We call that decoding. So she's going to break those words quickly, and the faster she can do that, the faster she can read, and that'll hopefully bring those words correct per minute up.
Okay.
So that's where she's at on our fast. And now we're looking at the Iowa assessments that we took just a couple months ago, and these are her vocabulary. This is where the vocabulary score should be, and this is where Angel is, and then here is the assessment for reading, and this is where Angel is. So on the Iowa assessment, she actually did very good. These two bottom dots actually represent the bottom of the range, so that's the bare minimum that she can get. So she's up in the proficient range for Iowa assessment. So her vocabulary is good and her reading is good. So she's reading and she's getting the vocabulary. It's just that rate and that fluency that we're trying to work on. So like I said, she's still in the small groups. We're still working with her on the reading, and she's actually, we have a tiered reading program in our classroom, and she's up in the second tier right now. So she's doing very well. We just want to get those words correct per minute up. And the final test that we did with Angel was the BRI assessment. And what this assesses is that fluency again, her accuracy once more, and her comprehension. So we want to see if she's understanding the things that she's reading. So as you can see, the blue line here is where the fluency should be, and this is where Angel is. But once again, she's off the benchmark, but it's something we are aware of and something we are working on.
Okay.
And then her accuracy, once again, is matched directly up with that blue line, so she's accurately reading still. And then another problem area for us is her comprehension. So the green line represents where she should be, and the yellow line is representative of where she is. Oh, I am sorry, the gray line is where we want her to be. It's above 80% on comprehension, and this green line is where she is. So she's just under that 80% threshold. The 80% is like our bare minimum of where we want them to be. So she's got some work to do. So she's reading accurately, not very quickly, but she's not quite understanding what she's reading. So I was wondering if that's something maybe you've seen at home, or if she has any problems at home with comprehending things.
Yeah, so we do read almost every night. Sometimes it depends on our schedules, obviously. But I have noticed that she reads very slow. I didn't know if that was a normal thing for her age or what. We have talked a few times about what we've read, but I don't think that we do this very frequently, so maybe that's something we can add into our nightly routine.
Yeah, absolutely. Frequency is definitely something that helps, and another really good strategy for working out at home is if your child has a favorite story, or if there's a book that you really like, reread that book with her, or read it over and over for like a week. Every night, reread that same story, and then ask her questions, or have her tell you what the story's about before you read it the next night. That way that rereading really helps those children work on their comprehension.
Yeah.
And it'll actually help them work on their fluency because they'll understand where the story's going.
Okay.
So yeah, it's really good that you read it with her every night, or at least try to. But yeah, those rereads will definitely help.
Okay, perfect.
So these are just some of the stats and data that show where Angel is, but overall, we're gonna keep working on that fluency and the comprehension. So like I said, she's in some small group work, and then for comprehension, we're just gonna do we're gonna do book stories. What it is they're small passages, and then we'll get through the passage, and then I'll ask the kids a question regarding the passage, and then we'll just keep working through those small passages.
Okay.
And we'll try to keep it appropriate to where her reading level is. But overall, she's doing very good. She's very strong in mathematics, very good when it comes to science projects. She absolutely loves it. You can really see her attitude and her character come out when we get into the science projects. But overall, doing very well. We just need to get her fluency up and get that comprehension taken care of. But she's right on target for accuracy, and she did very, very well on the Iowa assessment. So we're gonna keep working at it. See where we go.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Any questions for me?
I don't think I have any, but she does talk about how you're her favorite teacher, so
Well,
that's
that
exciting.
happens. Have a great rest of your night.
Yes, you too. Thank
Thank you.
you.